Before anything else, understand who the hell you want to be serving, catering, talking to, entertaining on YouTube. That will make everything else easier. Often, you want to be talking to, let's say, if you're in the education sector, an earlier version of yourself. You're teaching them things that you wish someone taught you at that stage in learning. If you're in entertainment, maybe it's someone who's like minded to you, or maybe it's someone who makes sense for your end goals. If your end goals on YouTube are to, let's say, get picked up by Disney Plus, then more likely than not, you want to be making family friendly content, something of a Ryan Trahan sort, something that people of multiple generations can watch together, right? So start with goals, start with audience, work backwards. Now let's get into the actual tangible tips. First is build a bingeable series and make it into a playlist so it's easier for that watch time to stack up. Now, when people say build a series, sometimes people are like, oh yeah, it's so easy, build a series. It's not that easy, but I'm going to hopefully dissect it for you to make it a little easier. There are only 3 types of series that exist ever in the history of content creation. These are the types. The first is a progress series. So this is where you're breaking down how something is going over the course of many days, weeks, or months. Often this could look like if you are doing home renovation, it's like day 1 of renovating my living room. And then every video is a different room in the house, every video is a different aspect of the room, etc. Right? If you watch it in a playlist, you're slowly watching this person reach their goal, whatever it is. Important thing for those, have a very clear and visual goal because YouTube is a visual medium. The second type of series is a variation series. This is the most popular series type on YouTube. Essentially, it's you create a format and you just do a different variation of one thing every time. What's an example of that? Literally all of Mr. Beast's content. He has a bunch of different variation series, whether it's survive blank amount of days in blank place, and then he just fills in the blank for different variations. So once you find a format, if you can come up with a couple different variations of it, this can be a winning recipe for a bingeable series. The last is a teachable series. So this is where you're actually breaking down the steps to learning or understanding something. The difference between this and a progress is more about you, teachable is more about the audience. So maybe it's like computer science 101. Also, I don't even really know what computer science is. It's such a broad term. I would be great for that teachable series. So you're breaking down a bigger subject or a more expansive topic into these sections to teach someone the holistic view of something over time. So a bingeable series. Next, you're going to create content through audience hacking. This is the number 1 tip that I have. This is what helped grow one of the channels I worked on from 2,000 subscribers to 80,000 subscribers over the course of like a year and a half. So audience hacking is super simple. It's just talking about things that already have an audience. So famous people, places, things, news events, TikTok trends, shows and movies, wherever your audience is at. Remember the audience part, right? So like, who is your audience? What are they already engaging with? Who do they already follow? Who are they already interested in? And how can you take that audience and cleverly twist it so that it benefits you? Audience hacking. Next is utilizing live streams. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. I used to live stream briefly. I'm even recording this on OBS, but I do not have a ton of education on live streaming. What I do know is that you can talk for a long period of time, and you can also upload that to YouTube, and that can help your watch time hours, like a lot. But this is only something that makes sense if you're someone that is interested in live streaming. Next, cross-posting on platforms. So if you have a big audience on Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn, wherever you might have a big audience, something that is so important is that you cross-post. But what a lot of people get wrong is how to cross-post. Just posting a picture of like your thumbnail and then a link on your Instagram story is not going to drive many people. Ironically, I did this yesterday. Again, do as I say, not as I do. I'm a very lazy creator, but you are not, because this is the job that you want. So how do you properly cross-promote? You need to find organic content formats that utilize your YouTube. Now, I have a whole list that I send over to my clients, and maybe if people are interested, I'll send it to you or something. Like I can make a like PDF. But basically, there are different content formats, such as literally recording your laptop and you letting your video play, and then having on top of it some text that says like, "Finally, a YouTuber that blank." So you're kind of putting it in the position that you're not actually the person that made the video. It's okay. It's like a soft white lie. It's not like a big deal. But that's how you can promote it. So it feels like someone is organically watching your video, but it's literally just like you don't have to do any extra work. You just record your laptop or your computer playing the video at a really funny, interesting, or insightful moment. Like that. What you also should do is if you have a big Instagram presence, yes, this can work for TikTok, but it works much better for Instagram, is to have a many chat trigger. So many chat is a DM automation thing. I know, everyone hates DM automations. Everyone hates comment blank for blank. I know you guys hate it, but it works so well. Oh my goodness. I slack. Oops. It works really well. So right, don't knock it till you try it. And you don't have to use it for every single thing. Just use it for the times that you really want to promote those videos. So when you make that organic piece of content, you post it on Instagram, and the first line will say, comment YouTube for the link to the video. You are much, much, much more likely to see people actually comment YouTube, send that to the DMs, and then they go and actually watch the video. Why is this more likely? Because when you have someone ask for something, they are more likely to take action on it versus you asking them for something. Does that make sense? So if they're saying, I want to watch this video, they're more likely to watch it than just seeing it kind of passively in your Instagram stories. Okay, and the last thing that I have is get hyper specific. I know this kind of goes slightly against like the audience hacking thing because that means sort of like jumping into something that other people are already talking about. But when I think of the 1,000 subscribers and I think of how people subscribe in terms of like a audience behavior, it's when you see something that really like reflects who you are and what you want to be doing, and makes you feel understood and seen, or like you're going to get a lot of value out of this. What I like to do is anytime I'm doing any sort of audience behavior analysis is look at myself. Who was the last person that I subscribed to actively, and then I watched all of their content. Her name is Kylie Bogley, and the reason why I subscribed to her is because when I saw her stuff on my homepage, which is all about like lost media, because that's the kind of stuff that I'm into, I clicked on a video just kind of randomly, and she used Super Monkey Ball music, and that's like my favorite game of all time. So that specificity made me feel seen and understood, and immediately, even though it was my first video I ever watched of hers, in connection with her, wanting to subscribe immediately. So before you even like have to say like subscribe for this, blah blah, if you can touch a nerve of your audience, again, going back to how important it is to know your audience, you can touch an emotional nerve, you're far more likely to get that subscribe. Okay. Hope that was helpful.